Hey, y'all, welcome back to another episode of today's home tour on Smith Lake. I'm your host, Jason Will, real estate broker with Blueprint Realty Company. Special episode for you today. My clients from South Florida recently closed on the Smith Lake house behind me in Arley, Alabama, with like the biggest, most beautifully audacious view you've ever seen. Can't wait to show you that. But they asked me to swing by here and bring some boxes inside, some mattresses, some things they've had delivered. And I thought, while I'm here, what an excellent opportunity to make a video for them so they could show their friends and family, but also have the opportunity maybe to reach you at home. Some of you at home that may be thinking about, buying a lake house, maybe an investment property, maybe looking for a really great place to retire. But you may be thinking like, why would people from South Florida buy a house on Smith Lake? And it's a really great story because the wife used to come here as a child with her parents, so many fond memories as a child, and she wants to recreate those memories with her husband and her son. And it just so happens that her mom now lives in Mississippi, so she's just a few hour drive away. And that was also, played into the decision of why to buy on the Winston County side of Smith Lake, just for the ease of access from Mississippi from Interstate 22. So let's get to it. I think all the way around, there's going to be a lot of value in here. So make sure you watch to the end, but let's get started. All right, so in keeping with the space that we need for large groups coming here to vacation, booking this place as their vacation rental, but also my buyers bringing all the family, all the friends from Mississippi over here to have, big holiday week gatherings. It needs to have some good living space. And so this is a nice size, great room. You can see that the tile extends throughout the dining room, the kitchen. When we get into the bedrooms, there's some Berber carpet. It really needs to be cleaned and it's going to be fine, but that's one of those things that we will be upgrading as we go. The other thing that we're looking at here, these windows, very low grade windows. So one of the things we're looking at doing is replacing this with like solid glass. So I don't know if you can tell from your vantage point there at the camera, but you've got all these obstructions in the view here. And this is what it's all about. You want to be able to take in this view from every room and have as little obstructions as possible, messing that view up. And so a nice big pane of glass right here would just draw in more natural light and just, accentuate that view even more. All right, y'all, there's two really key factors that add a investment upside to this property. Okay, so we were able to put this home under contract for $750,000. All right, and we believe that it has $1 million potential based on the slope of the lot. So you got very minimal steps down to your dock gangway there. All right. And then you've got this incredibly expansive, like we call this big view, a big view of Smith Lake right here. So the house is, there was not a great deal of money invested in the fixtures, the countertops, the tile, the windows, but we've got a solid brick house with some key updates, recent updates like new roof, things like that, that made this a very attractive buy. But what do we know? We know that my buyers are going to be using this as a rental property. And we also know they're going to have some big family gatherings here. So we've got a nice sized kitchen. We can put a kitchen island here, right? But you've got good congregation space. And there's not a lot of restaurants around where we are right now. So people do a lot of cooking. So this was an ideal kitchen. And It came with all the appliances to include the stainless steel refrigerator. And what I wanted to point out last, but certainly not least, you can be doing your dishes and you got a water view from your kitchen sink. And you could put a high top table here if you didn't want to do the island that I suggested, and just have your morning coffee with this expansive, I mean, just ridiculously massive lake view. All right, primary suite. What I love about this, your king size bed goes here, big spacious primary suite here, but you can literally sit up in bed in the morning and wake up to this. Now, if it was a prettier sunny day, you would really be able to kind of get the vibe I'm trying to portray here, but I think it's close enough. What do you think? All right, before we go upstairs, let's check out the view from the upper deck. Wowzers. All right, y'all, welcome to the second level. I got a couple key things to point out for you guys back at home. We've got technically 3 bedrooms up here and 1 guest bath, but this bedroom space to my right here, it interconnects. There's 2 bedrooms that connect. So to get to your essentially your 3rd bedroom here on the second level, you've got to go through this room, through the doorway, which I'll show you there. So my thoughts are, that's maybe not ideal, but it can be ideal in what the purpose of this home is, right? So this is a second home for my buyers, but it's also going to be used as a vacation rental investment to offset some of the cost. So this is perfect for heads in beds. So the more people you can fit in a house, that impacts the nightly rate, but it also is very accommodating, very attractive. It's going to draw attention to your vacation rental. And then the goal is to get repeat clients. Okay, repeat bookings, annual bookings year over year. So stack your bunk beds in here. You can fit lots of bunks in here, and then also have some queen size beds. So you've got maybe some older kids, some teens, we're talking about the cousins, the nephews, all the folks, all the kiddos can get in here and just enjoy time with each other. So we'll call this guest suite number 1. Guest suite number 1 is spacious. We've got room in here for a king size bed. And so let's say we have some adults or the grandparents come and maybe they have trouble getting up the stairs. You've got a nice spacious room here for the parents or just adults. And then we've got the kiddos across the hall. All right, y'all, finding a lake house with a view as big as the one behind me and having little to no steps down to your boat dock can be a challenge. But I'm going to take you on a little guided tour of the lake frontage here, show you how much lake frontage there is and how easy it is to access it. All right, so we kind of got a steep slope over here to my right, but where it counts, it's a gentle, slow grade down to the water. And you can see we just have a few steps to contend with, really. Let's count them off. All right, it's a little more than a few, but not a lot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and boom, we're on the dock. All right, so keep in mind that oftentimes the purchase following the lake house is either the ski boat or the pontoon boat. So be sure to keep that in mind when you're budgeting for your second home on Smith Lake. All right, so all these cement tile docks, it's kind of unique to see a cement tile dock, but it does add some good weight. So when you're on the main channel here, a lot of boat traffic is going to be coming through here during your, especially your holiday weekends. And so this is going to add weight to your dock, add a little stability to it. All right, another nice little amenity of this home is it has this ground level deck. And so if you remember from when I showed you the expansive upper level deck space a few clips back, that's open air, right? So in August, that's going to be a hot spot. So it'll be great in the morning, great in the evening, but maybe during the middle of the day, if you wanted to like hang out here, read a book and get some shade, this is going to be the place to do it. And I'm also going to take you in here, which is key. There's tons of storage in here and the opportunity to expand the living space of the entire house in here as well. But this is key to have storage right here. So you got minimal steps to the water. So that's minimal steps carrying the cooler and the floaties, all the boat toys, the skis, the wakeboards, all the stuff that you take down to the dock, you got to bring it back. And so having ease of storage and plenty of space to store it in is key. Let's go have a look inside here, shall we? So you got some good space in here to store maybe some lawn equipment. Looks like they left a generator for my folks, which is super nice. Then you got all this storage space here in the basement area. And then we go around here, look at all that space. Wow, they left inner tubes as well. That's pretty cool. Now, got a little surprise for you in here. Let's go there next. Can't wait to show you that. All right, so we got a nice sized room here with power and ductwork. Nice lake view, but we have no like big roll-up door to store a jet ski in here. And so what can we do with this space to have it provide value for both the new owners and their vacation rental guests? And we're thinking, make this your game room space. Put maybe some video games in here, old school stand-up video games, a pool table, foosball table, air hockey, you name it. This is an ideal space. And it also adds value to yet another deck space here off the side of the house, which I think, may not get that much use if you don't do something productive with this space. So big win.